everyone, I'm here. I'm hoping this works. I'm starting something new, something for my kids. I'm here in their room, sitting on one of their beds, and I'm here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about my life as a child before I went into foster care, so that some people can understand why over time I became so angry with CYFD. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk about some things that may bother some of my family, some of my friends, some of the people that knew me. But this is, this is me. This is really what happened. This is my truth. This is no one else's truth but mine. Everyone has a different version of the story. All the therapists, all the doctors, even CYFD has their own version of the story. But because I lived it, I'm telling it. And the reason why I'm telling it is because I'm going to be entering therapy again for my kids. Not really for myself, but for my kids. And it's going to be very difficult to relive the past again. So let's start. So it began, I was 5 years old. And I was in a house that was my home. I was a little girl. I remember hearing my cousin and her boyfriend having sex. In one room, I can hear, and then in another room, I heard my brother and her friend having sex. And then in my mom's room, I heard my mom and my cousin's boyfriend's brother, who was 23, having sex with my mom. I was 5 years old when I first heard it, when I first seen it, and when I was first pushed against the wall, all the way against the wall, so that they could have the whole bed to themselves. And I had to lay there and act like I was asleep, act like I didn't hear nothing, like I didn't see nothing. And no one knows how hard that is as a child, when you're forced to see and hear things that you're not ready to hear and see. And the worst part of it all for me is when I went into foster care. Because I was 8 years old when I was raped by Alfred Gutierrez, my mother's brother. The same person that raped my cousin and my other cousin as well. I'm just going to say cousins. I'm not going to say their names to protect their privacy, protect their identity, and out of respect. But they know who they are. I remember being 8 years old and knowing that what he did to me was wrong. I knew it was wrong when I seen the blood on my underwear, when he gave me $1 and told me that my mom wouldn't believe him, or wouldn't believe me, sorry. But, he was right. He was right because he made her believe it was my fault. You would think that in with me being in foster care, being placed in foster care. Everything that was written in those reports, everything. They would be able to see the signs that I was sexually abused. That it did happen. Even if I didn't say it happened, it did happen. They should have been able to know, as psychiatrists and psychologists and everything that they were, how manipulative my mother was, how much of a narcissist she was, how she lied, how she intimidated us and made us lie just to save her, to save her heart, to save her soul, to make her whole, to make her feel better. The same agency that was supposed to protect me as a child put me in a foster home. Put me in a foster home with Jeanette and Tom Ross in Las Vegas, New Mexico. It was supposed to be a better place. You would think that, right? They're supposed to protect children. They're supposed to get training. No. The prudent parenting standard that CYFD goes by. It's just a kid being abused all over again. That's what it is, really. Because I was put outside in the cold as a kid whenever I didn't want to get up for school. And why would I want to get up for school? Why would I want to go and do anything as a kid when I was away from my mom? No matter how bad she was, no matter what she did to hurt me, to let other people hurt me, I still wanted to be with her. In that home, that foster home, you know, you always think as a kid you can rely on people. But you can't. Because I remember one night, you know, I was going upstairs to their room to go and ask for something. I don't know what it was. And all I could hear was them having sex. You don't know how difficult it is to hear that and see that when you're a child and when you've been sexually abused. How scary it is. And how scary it is to be around a teenager that's starting to show signs of wanting to have sex. And you know that their parents are not addressing it with them properly. But I witnessed it all. That's what makes me so angry about this agency. That's what makes me so bothered with them. And it isn't just about the foster home. It's about the fact that they knew, or they should have known, that my mother was so manipulative and such a liar. I mean, they were psychologists and psychiatrists. They had degrees. I'm sure narcissism has been in this world for a long time. They should have known that my mother was covering for Alfred Gutierrez. That, you know, everything that was written in those reports was true. She was going to get money from him. And was going to bring him right back. And she did. She waited till the case closed and she brought him right back. And yeah, we had Martha to help us. Thank you, Martha. Thank you for helping us. I know I haven't seen you in so long, but thank you very much for helping us when you did. I know it wasn't easy. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So, after my 2 years in foster care were over, I went back home. And my mom was tired. She was as tired as I am with this fight. And she told me, you need to get yourself on the bus for school. So that's what I did. That's what I did. Until I finally realized, wait a minute, I'm the child here. Why am I taking care of myself? Why did I even need to come back home if I was going to take care of just myself? If I'm back to taking care of everybody. And that's why. That's why I was 12 years old and I had a nervous breakdown. Because when you're in foster care, you're just in a place. You're not going to really heal from the trauma. And then if they put you right back in the same place you got hurt at, good luck. Good luck ever healing from that trauma, because you never will. You never will. You can have a hypnosis, you can have everything in the world. Money, fame, friends, someone to care about you, someone to love you. But that, it won't be gone, ever. And the worst part of it is he's still walking the streets today. He is still walking the streets. He's probably still raping a kid out there. And they're just sitting here focusing on me in my case with my kids.